Hi, I'm Heather Zwain, fashion editor for 201 Magazine. I'm here with Mr. Tim Gunn, who needs no introduction, fashion guru extraordinaire, chief creative officer for Liz Claiborne, and co-host with Heidi Klum on Project Runway. Tim, it's so exciting to have you here in Bergen County, New Jersey. We're very excited to have you in Paramus. Can you please tell us the main difference between New York City fashion and New Jersey fashion, being that we're in such close proximity?
Well, Heather, I don't know that there is any difference. I mean, we're all one big metropolitan area, and you see something for everyone wherever you go in this metropolitan region. So I don't see that there are big distinctions, but there's some big shopping distinctions. And I love this mall. I love Garden State Plaza.
So do I. I'm here all the time.
I'm waiting for the mallification of Manhattan, but it's not going to happen.
What brought you to Paramus? I know you're also doing a fashion tour in San Jose, California.
Yes. Well, it's part of the Westfield Style Tour, and we're here with the Liz Claiborne Incorporated Fashion Show. I say that because we have many of our Liz Claiborne brands that will be in the show. And we're here to get people excited about fashion. Ideally, we will be giving them some information that will be new to them so that they'll be learning something, and we're going to have a great time.
Good. We're very excited. What can we be expecting to see in your show?
Well, style for fall, a lot of great color, a lot of great pieces. We'll be mixing up some of the brands as well, so we're not saying you have to wear one brand head to toe.
Speaking of fall, how do you feel about this big 80s revival and shoulder pads that have made a comeback on the runway?
Well, as someone who lived through the 80s, it's not a pretty sight. And I have to say, I'm very democratic in how I look at these matters, and you will see some 80s-ish looks on our runway.
Well, besides shoulder pads, what is a fashion disaster that should never come back into style?
No one should be wearing Crocs. Sorry
I
to
agree.
do that to you.
That's okay, I agree.
You know, it looks like a hoof. And I understand the comfort factor. I get it. Go barefoot. Wear socks. Don't wear Crocs.
On another aspect, going to the social circuit, it's very big in our 201 Magazine readership, philanthropy. It's what should the well-dressed woman and or man be wearing to these functions?
Well, of course, it all depends upon the invitation and what the dress instructions are. And I have to say, on that topic, I find a lot of invitations are very confusing. I mean, black tie optional. I mean, you don't want to arrive and have everyone think that you're the waiter if you're the only one wearing black tie. And when it says business attire, well, what business are you in? I find these things very confusing. So if it is black tie, for men it couldn't be easier. I mean, it's a tuxedo, and who doesn't look great in a tuxedo? Every man does. And for women, black tie doesn't necessarily mean a dress that goes all the way to the ground. And I say with impunity that there are 3 keys to getting your fashion right, whether you're a man or you're a woman, no matter what age you are, no matter what size you are. If you have silhouette, proportion, and fit all in harmony and balance, you'll look great.
Yep. What do you think should be the main distinction between the 35-year-old and the 55-year-old? I know the 55-year-old still wants to look trendy without dressing too young.
I have to say, though, I mean, by 35, I am making an assumption that the miniskirt has gone bye-bye. I don't see that there should be any item distinction between being 35 and being 55.
Well, I know that you love to dress real women.
I do.
But if you could dress one celebrity, who would it be?
Oh, you know, here's one issue that I have. I have a disdain for interventions, so it would have to be someone who would want to cooperate with me.
Okay.
And I'm not certain that this individual would, though I love and adore her, and she's certainly one of the smartest people I've ever met. And I believe that degree of intelligence says to her, I don't need to be concerned with fashion. I'm intellectually above and beyond it, and that individual is Meryl Streep. And I'd love to get together with her, send a message about how the world perceives us.
But who do you think is the biggest fashion disaster?
Oh, there are so many. There's so many. I mean, the younger pop stars tend to be big hot messes, and sometimes I really think that that's deliberate, that they want to be on the what was she thinking page of the tabloids. And there really isn't much more of a hotter mess than that poor little Britney Spears.
Oh. Well, speaking of outfits, how did I do today?
You look fabulous.
Thank you. Are you just saying that because I'm right here?
It's a great color on you.
Thank you. It's vintage. It was my grandmother's.
You're not serious.
I am.
Well, what if
I don't know who the designer is, but it was my grandmother's.
And I love the scale of your necklace.
Thank you.
I love the great big links. It's
Thank
great.
you. Just got it from Nordstrom here the other night.
Well, it's also very on trend.
Thank you. Now, we always hear you say on Project Runway,
carry on. Oh, carry on.
Make it work, and this worries me. Where do these catchphrases come from?
From teaching. 29 years in the classroom. There were always reasons to invoke make it work, and carry on simply means continue, and this worries me. Happens a lot.
Now, on the show, we also see that these designers are really designing strictly for women.
Yes.
Why not for men?
Oh, if we required that the designers design for men as well and be able to do it well, we'd have 3 people on the show. Every guy and every woman benefits from having a blazer. It's the easiest way in the world to dress up a pair of jeans and a t-shirt.
Yeah.
And if you have a casual work style, have a blazer in the back of your car, because if you're meeting with the boss or you're meeting with a client, it's just a way of paying respect.
What do you think is the major must-have that we're seeing now for the spring? I know we're still in the fall, but...
I will tell you, you'll be frustrated with me, I never, ever participate in the major must-have list, because I don't want people running out and buying something that they may not need.
Well, we're seeing micro minis. I mean, who wears those? Who wears those?
It's ridiculous. It's like Daisy Dukes. I mean, they're costumes.
Yes,
you know?
They are.
And if you're aware standing that a mini is really pushing at the barriers and boundaries of taste, what happens when you sit?
Well, very true.
There's nothing worse than a Grandma Jezebel.
Yes. Well, it was so nice meeting you. Thank you so
Heather.
much. And if you don't mind, I'll borrow one of your catchphrases.
Please.
Make it work.
Make it work.
Thank you.
We did.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.